Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Perfect English with Mamta. On this channel, I explain prose, poetry, and grammar in the simplest way possible, helping you understand concepts clearly and write perfect answers in your exams. Let's start today's lesson and enjoy learning English like never before. Hello everyone, today we are learning a beautiful poem on the grasshopper and cricket. This poem is written by John Keats. The poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are faint with the hot sun, and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run from hedge to hedge about the new mown mead. That is the grasshopper's, he takes the lead. In summer luxury he has never done with his delights, for when tired out with fun, he rests at ease beneath some pleasant weed. The poetry of earth is ceasing never. On a lone winter evening, when the frost has wrought a silence, from the stove there shrills the cricket's song in warmth increasing ever, and seems to one in drowsiness half lost, the grasshoppers among some grassy hills. On the grasshopper and cricket is a sonnet. The poet conveys his belief that nature always inspires a poet to produce a poetry in its different forms. According to the poet John Keats, seasons may change, but nature never ceases to inspire and sing its song. When the birds stop singing in the heat of the summer, the earth sings on. The bird takes refuge in the tree's shade and goes silent. Amid the storm, a voice runs from the hedge to hedge, taking the head and singing delightfully. The grasshopper's voice is heard here. He sings incessantly, but when he gets tired, he lies down beneath some pleasant weed. This bird can also be found during harsh winter months. Birds also stop singing in the dead of winter. There is a silence that seems to have engulfed nature. Frost spreads his blanket over all elements of nature. Despite this, a sharp sound emanates from behind the stone, and it is the cricket singing. The warmth that has been lost is restored by the cricket's song. When people hear the melody, they believe the grasshopper is singing from the grassy hills. The tone of the poem is happy and positive. The theme of the poem: the circle of life, beauty of nature. Nature can make one happy. The poetry of earth never dies. The main theme of the poem on the grasshopper and cricket is that poetry and music in nature do not perish. Both are immortal and will stick around forever. In summer, the beauty of nature is heard by a grasshopper's call, while it is heard in the winter by the warming shrill of the cricket. The poet describes the difficult conditions of the grasshopper and cricket, but they persist. Seasons may change, but nature will not, and that nature is an expression of poetry. Justify the title of the poem. The title "On the Grasshopper and Cricket" leads the reader to believe the poem would be about nature. According to the poet John Keats, seasons may change, but nature never ceases to inspire and sing its song. What is the poem about? John Keats is a nature lover. He tells us about the major differences between a grasshopper and a cricket. In his opinion, the earth is full of sounds and experiences of nature. It will never die. He tells that the grasshopper likes to go with warmth and mornings, whereas a cricket likes to live in dark and likes cold nights. The grasshopper is full of joy, jumping from one place to another, and a cricket creates sounds which is heard all over the place. Discuss the poet's love for nature. The poet John Keats is a nature lover. In the poem On the Grasshopper and Cricket, the description of starlight, the cricket, and the grasshopper are the symbol of his deep love for nature. According to the poet John Keats, season may change, but nature never ceases to inspire and sing its song. He clearly understands that nature and poetry will revolve around each other forever. Why does the poet choose the grasshopper and cricket in the poem? In choosing the grasshopper and the cricket in his poem, Keats provides us a uniqueness of both the species and shows how important both are to the environment. According to John, seasons may change, but nature never ceases to inspire and sing its song. What do the winter and summer seasons suggest? The poet John Keats uses seasons to symbolize different moods. In the poem On the Grasshopper and Cricket, he says that winter is the symbol of sadness, grief, and loneliness in one's life, while summer is the symbol of happiness. What happens to birds during summer? What do the birds do to avoid the heat of the sun? According to the poet, the birds become faint and quiet in the hot sun. They take rest under shady trees and leaves to secure themselves from the scorching heat of the sun. Which words or phrases suggest a sense of relief from the heat of summer in stanza 1? The poet uses the phrases like cooling trees and pleasant weeds in the first stanza. These phrases suggest a sense of relief from the heat in the poem. What happens during winter? According to the poet, the frost cast complete silence all over during the winter season. The crickets sing in the winter. When it is very cold and quiet, the winter silence is broken by a shrill sound. Who is half lost in drowsiness and why? During winter, people get half lost in drowsiness because of the weather that spreads a chilling numbness. At that time, when everything seems to have become frozen, the cricket appears to sing and spread the song of earth amidst the death-like frozen numbness. Life gets restored to the land, to a person half in drowsiness. The cricket and its song seem to be that of the grasshopper. Discuss the common features between the grasshopper and the cricket. According to the poet John Keats, both the grasshopper and cricket are representative voices of nature's music. Both offer a soothing effect to the extremities of climate. The grasshopper's song balances the extreme heat during summer by providing music and it's comforting and pleasing, while the cricket does the same during the winter. Why does the poet believe that the poetry of earth is never dead? The poet depicts how the earth endlessly creates sweet music or poetry. John Keats believes that poetry of nature is never ceasing because it continues to offer soothing, endless music around the year, irrespective of changes in seasons or time of the day. There are so many soothing sounds in nature that provide relief to people from the harsh climate. Why does the poet talk only about summer and winter? In this poem, Keats talks about summer and winter because these two seasons are the toughest. Still, the music of nature continues. Whose voice would run from hedge to hedge? According to the poet, the grasshopper's voice would run from hedge to hedge. Figures of speech, personification. A silly young cricket accustomed to sing. The cricket and ant are given human traits. They talk, think, and make decisions like people. Metaphor. Some crickets have four legs and some have two. The poet compares lazy humans to crickets. suggesting that not all crickets are insects, some are people who avoid work. Alliteration. Through the warm, sunny months of summer and spring, S is repeated. Repetition of the S sound adds musical rhythm and flow. Imagery. His cupboard was empty and winter was come. Creates a visual of hunger and cold, highlighting the consequences of laziness. Thank you.